Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back, everybody. I know it's been about a week, a little over a week since I've last done a video. This is one that you do not want to miss. Some incredible personal collection pieces that I've been working on for a little bit, and I'm going to tell you all about it when I get back home. So stick around and enjoy. Hey everybody, I'm back home now. So excited to share with y'all the pickups. These are major. Talk about major pickups. As you know, my player collection includes Mays, Seaver, Ryan, Mathewson, Bird, and Russell. And lately it's been a lot of Willie Mays and Mathewson stuff. And I'm going to continue tonight with more Mays stuff. But I want to share with you the story and the background to how this came to be. About 2.5 weeks ago, I got a message on the Net54 forum. Everybody's pretty familiar with that. A while back before the message, I put an inquiry asking about those Laughlin Super Stand-Ups. Y'all might have heard me talking about them a lot. I was looking for the Mays and the Seaver. Nothing came of it. No responses. A lot of views, but no responses. So 2.5 weeks ago, I get a message from one of the more active members in the community. And he tells me that he has a Laughlin Super Stand-Up of Mays. Inside I jumped because I haven't really thought about that for a little bit. I've kind of pivoted in a different direction, but never forgot about it. So I said, email me some photos and let's talk. Emailed me some photos. Looked pretty nice. Again, you don't see these too often. The Laughlins were handmade by Bob Laughlin himself, painted, and signed on the back. So you knew you're getting a personalized piece of art, as well as a really cool piece of baseball aura. So he gave me the price, and I agreed to it. But then he started messaging me with some more stuff, and I started noticing that his collection of Mays stuff was pretty vast. And this is stuff I've never really seen too often, or stuff I've never even seen. So, y'all know I've been looking for the 1952 Coca-Cola test series with the Willie Mays, as well as the 1958 San Francisco Call Bulletin. And then he started showing me some additional stuff which I've never seen before. And so I asked about those two items in particular, the Call Bulletin and the Coca-Cola test tips. Had both of them. The 52 Coca-Cola test was in a PSA 1, and the San Francisco Call Bulletin was raw. Sent photos, told him I was very interested in those pieces, and he said he had to think about it. He knew those pieces are very desirable, and I was not sure if he was ready to move them. So I knew, at the very least, that the Laughlin Super Stand-Up was good to go. But I didn't know about the rest. So I'm going on vacation, and so we made arrangements for today for me to come and take a look at the pieces. But it wasn't until early last week, or early this past week, probably Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember, he emails me and tells me that he's been thinking about selling the pieces that I inquired about, the Coca-Cola and the Call Bulletin. Throws me a number for the Coca-Cola, Call Bulletin, and an advertisement with Willie Mays in his early days. And I, of course, accepted. I thought it was a very fair offer. And on top of as well as the Laughlin Super Stand-Up. That makes 4 pieces for a very good, fair offer. So today, I went out there to Long Island, picked up these 4 pieces, and discovered that this guy may well be the biggest Mays collector there is. When I tell you he had a full book of lists of Mays cards, it was incredible. Unfortunately, I didn't really get a glimpse of any of this stuff, but I've seen photos of what he's sent so far, and it is fascinating. He tells me that he plans on putting his Mays collection into an auction at Heritage. So, only time we'll see how that goes. Sometime in the fall, I believe. But we'll circle back to that when it comes to it. So I'm sure everybody wants to know all the pieces that I acquired. So I'm going to show you the first one. And this one I don't have much information on other than just that it's an advertisement for Chesterfield's cigarettes. Here it is. Willie Mays advertising for Chesterfield cigarettes. Say hey, these Chesterfields are great. Willie Mays, San Francisco, or New York Giants star, excuse me. It's before he moved to San Francisco. And the advertisement, and Willie Mays looking phenomenal. I never really knew that Willie Mays smoked. I mean, I know in the 50s smoking was considered pretty common. And so, I don't know if he smoked only here, if he smoked, if he was a full-time smoker, but somebody tells me he wasn't. I mean, for him to be such a well-rounded athlete, it'd be tough for him to be a smoker, but who knows? Maybe someone can fill in the comments on that. Now, about this, my understanding from the seller, from the guy that I bought this from, these came in 2 sizes. There's a bigger size to this as well. At the back, pretty stained. There's some condition issues there, but the front looks phenomenal. I like this piece a lot because it's just Willie Mays in his, outside of his uniform, looking just a great smile on his face, and just looking at ease and relaxed and just enjoying life. And the advertisement kind of just showcases everything. I mean, it has the cigarettes, Say Hey, showcasing Willie Mays. I don't know the year. I want to say this was somewhere between 1950 and 1953, 54, hard to say. But a great piece to start this 4-piece collection edition. I plan on framing this, but for now, I will admire it while it's sitting in this top loader. So that's the first piece that I got. Second piece is San Francisco Call Bulletin, Willie Mays, in a raw conditioned state. Now, if y'all remember, I purchased the Orlando Cepeda 58 Call Bulletin at the Strongsville show. And I looked up the set because I had no idea. I've never seen this set before. It reminds me a lot of the 54 Journal American cards. They're very similar, except these were put into the San Francisco Call Bulletin. The idea is that the stub would be your ticket for to win. And on eBay, if you notice, I think they was sold, but there were a bunch of these Mays tops that were still there, but the stub was removed. And actually, I'm going to take this out, not entirely. I'll just take it out of the top loader. Looked like there was a hole in it before, but that was just the top loader was sitting in. Nevertheless, when I get to the National, this will be a part of my submission. I think it looks great. It would be great to have the Cepeda and the Mays tied into this. It's a beautiful set. Really bizarre, oddball, as they say. Can't find these too often. They don't come up. Right now, I think there's one on eBay for $4,000 or $5,000 in a PSA 8 or 9 or SGC. I don't know which grading company it is, but nevertheless, I have been keeping my eye on this particular card from this set. And to get this all in one package deal from this major collector of Mays was icing on the cake. So let's go over some details about this set. The 58 called Bulletin Giants baseball set totals 25 unnumbered cards measuring 2x4. Orange colored cards featured small black and white player photograph of a giant. These cards held a lower ticket stub to be used in a raffle. The complete cards, as shown with the Mays, command nearly twice as much as the stubs do. Orlando Cepeda and Mays dominate the set. So, it's a really cool piece. And I'm really glad to have it. And glad I can send it in for grading. See how it goes. This will be part of a SGC submission video that I will do later this month. Or submission predictions, I guess you can call it. Okay, moving right along. So y'all know that prior to Strongsville, back in April, I was inquiring about those Laughlin Super Stand-Ups. I found out about that set through Trading Card Database, or tcdb.com. Looked up Willie Mays, went through the list, and again, one of the key factors in my collecting preference is the aesthetic and design and the style. And I don't care that it's an oversized item. If it has an appeal to it that I really, if it matches any of those conditions, I can align with it. So let me show you the piece that I've been looking for quite some time, the Laughlin Super Stand-Up of Willie Mays. Now this one, unfortunately, did suffer some damage to the bat, but it was repaired. Probably with some tape, something along those lines. These can't be graded. This is something that I would frame. But just what a piece of American art by Bob Laughlin. And y'all might be familiar lately, I think it was Bob Laughlin also did the design for that Josh Gibson card. I think it's from 75 as well. I can't remember what year it was. Y'all can help me out there. That's been going through the roof lately. Same artist. And actually, even cooler, the autograph on the back. Sometimes you would find that the autograph has the year as well. But what a piece, right? Let me go into some history. There's not too much on this, but figured y'all would like to know. So there's the signature, the Bob Laughlin on the left. I'm not really sure what the line through the two slashes are, but it's an interesting effect. I might have to look into that. You can see on this Willie Mays that this one has, oh, there's Mickey Mantle. So, but there's a whole group of them: Roberto Clemente, Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio, and here's the Willie Mays, as I was talking about. And you could see sometimes he would have the year on the back. And looks like this one has a pinhole, which might make Mookie very happy if he finds one like that, because I know he likes pinhole stuff. I'll show you the rest. Hank Aaron. Love the Hank Aaron. Old school Braves uniform. This one was scanned for a particular fan, for Greg. Babe Ruth. And actually here shows the information as far as how you can acquire them. Now, a lot of these were sold at this shop in Cooperstown that's no longer there, sadly, called Baseball Nostalgia. I've been there a couple of times. It's a great shop. The person that owned it retired a couple of years ago. They're 7x11. I guess they're large, as they say, larger versions also exist. Multicolored, blank, usually signed, not numbered, no copyright, direct from Bob at Baseball Nostalgia in Cooperstown. So that's how you get it. They'd have to go through Baseball Nostalgia. 73 to 77, approximate years. They were hand-colored with variations in size and lettering. Giant size examples are known from Mantle, Ruth, and Aaron. This is a great website, by the way. If you type in Bob Laughlin, Super Stand-Up, and Google, you can get this great website that somebody built in dedication to Bob Laughlin. Now, Bob Laughlin sadly passed away, but great contributions. You can learn a lot about him. As I spoke to you about before, the old-time Black Stars from 74, that's what I was referencing. Josh Gibson has really jumped up in price. Don't want to get too far away from this video, but this is a great website for you to learn a lot about this fantastic artist that really connected with baseball in such a unique way. So, I'm going to frame this, put this on the wall, admire it every day. The only thing I don't know is, should I frame this with like a soft background to it? Because if I do that, I won't be able to see the autograph. It probably makes sense to try to keep it clear on both sides so you can admire front and back. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Okay. The last one. Super, super excited about finding this. I've already mentioned what it is, so it's no surprise. I have kept my eye on this particular card for a couple years now. And when I found out that I was able to get this in this deal, I was over the moon. The 1952 Coca-Cola Willie Mays Playing Tips test card. Can't explain how awesome this card is. This is up there as being one of my favorites with the Stoudemire Willie Mays as well. Hard to really kind of fathom seeing this. In a PSA 1, which is right up my alley, these can get very expensive very fast. This is so cool. Willie Mays holding a Coca-Cola. The schedule on the bottom. It says collect all 11 big league baseball cards, so there's 10 more. And a great looking biography on the back. Showcasing just his talents. Let's take a look at some of this information about this card. So, there are 24, the Pop report shows that there's 24 total of all the players. But let me get some facts on this first. So, there's not much. There's probably some more details I can get somewhere online, but the test issue measures 3.5 by 7.5 and features colorful player illustrations on front with playing tips on the reverse. I'll just keep this here. These cards were made to be inserted into 6-packs of Coca-Cola. And the cool thing about this set is that there are 3 versions of the Phil Rizzuto card. Go back up. If you go down through the pop report, what's really cool is this is the, so there's 14 or 16 of the Willie Mays graded. And this is the only one that was graded a 1 that's known to exist in the PSA registry, or the PSA pop report, excuse me. There's a couple, there's a 2, there's a 1.5, there's 3 3s, 2 4s, 1 6, which is the highest graded one possible. But what an absolute gem of a collectible to have. One thing I forgot to mention, the different players. I should show that. As I mentioned, Phil Rizzuto. Have one bunt tip, double play, shortstop, and squeeze play. So it looks like there's 4 pitching. I feel like there should be. I guess those were the test runs. Now there is an official run as well, issued after. I don't know if I can access that right now, but here's the list. So quite a find. Quite a find. Just don't see these too often. I'm super, super thrilled to have this in my collection. So that about wraps it up for this. I hope y'all really enjoyed this. Love to get your thoughts in the comments. Definitely more to come this week. Cardboard and cold ones. Or cold ones and cardboard. I think it was confusing. This Thursday, be joined by Jason, of course, my partner in this, as well as Mike Petty. So I look forward to seeing you then. I might do another video prior to that on Tuesday, perhaps Wednesday. We'll see how things go. So hope you guys have a great start to your weekends, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care.